I don't know, it's difficult to explain really. You know, it's a dream, it's been a dream of mine for many years. It's just very emotional because so much has gone into it really, and also the way it happened was pretty, I don't know, epic I suppose. I don't know, it's a shock, it's just a shock.
And the significance of that moment in Mende for MTN Qhubeka went far beyond their first ever stage win in the Tour de France.
I had to ask, like, what's Mandela doing? It's Mandela's birthday, that's okay. But I think now after it's become, I think it seems to be like everyone's more aware of that day now, the significance of that day, and we had a special meeting on the bus before the race, and we had special helmets on, and for the South African riders it meant, you could see what it meant to them on the bus, and yeah, I think it couldn't have happened on a better day really for what the team is about really.
A stage victory already in the bag, all efforts were now set towards reaching Paris. Despite their wildcard status, MTN Qhubeka were up to second in the team classification by stage 18.
I'm very proud of this team. If I see we are standing before this stage second in the team classification. A lot of people maybe were laughing when the ASO gave us a wildcard. And for us it's also a victory that the ASO is very happy with us here in this Tour de France. And yeah, so we are, like I said, it's for us a dream to be here, and we show that we also want to make the race, and that's what we do here.
But just as the race entered the Alps, the team was dealt its first real blow.
Louis fell ill the morning of yesterday's stage. It was quite sudden. He started complaining of some stomach issues. And we thought he was well enough to start the stage. He was obviously still having a bit of trouble. I sort of half expected him to have to pull out during the stage, but he soldiered on and somehow made it all the way through the stage, which was pretty incredible. But by the time he got to the finish line, he was quite ill. He had severe abdominal pain, and he was quite dehydrated as well. It was a big disappointment for the team as well. I mean, these three stages really would have suited him, and I imagine he would have been, on the attack today.
With the withdrawal of Mainkies and after 2.5 weeks of hard racing, the physical and mental impact the Tour was having on the remaining 8 riders was clear.
The guys are getting really tired. Aside from just the terrain they've gone through, the weather conditions have been really hot. Some of them cope better with hot conditions than others. And yeah, there's certainly not one fresh rider in our team at this point. We are monitoring their mental status, and the athletes in the team that are feeling positive, feeling confident. It's amazing how much energy they still got despite this physical fatigue that they're going through. And for those that are really getting to the end now of the race and that are fatigued and maybe not feeling that confident, I think the carrot of knowing Paris is only a few days away now, and that they're going to achieve their lifelong career goals is just pulling them there and keeping them motivated. And there's an incredible cohesiveness and flow in this team right now, and they're all in there for each other. So I know today they're going to, each and every one of them, going to give it their best shot.
That unity amongst the riders and staff saw MTN Qhubeka leave an extraordinary mark on the race by the time it reached Paris. For 4 of the riders, it was a first taste of the Champs-Élysées.
When we went through that arch and onto the cobbles, it was like seeing my wife walking down the aisle. It's the closest that I can explain the feeling that I had, and I'm really privileged to be able to experience that.
It was a dream come true just to be here at the Tour de France, and we'd achieved that, a massive objective and a massive dream and realised the dream just to be here, and then you know, to have the Tour de France that we had with the lofty goals that we set out for ourselves, a jersey, a stage win, and then to top it off with what we have done, and it seems like we couldn't do anything wrong.